Hi, Virgo. All right. Let's see. June 2017. It's about moving. Just moving forward. Something new, something better. Something better for you. It may not necessarily be something better if viewed externally. But I think you've come to some big realizations internally. What's important to you and what's not. And if you haven't, this is a great time to figure it out because you're coming into a time of so much opportunity, so much magnetism, so much life, that perhaps the way to figure out where your heart really lies is to see where you put your attention. Where do you make an effort? Where does your energy flow? And are you allowing your energy to flow there? Are you allowing those career choices, those people, those family members, those friendships, are you nurturing them with your energy? Are you nurturing yourself with this new energy that June brings you? How do you do that? Like I said, focus on the things that you really like. You know, this is like blooming again. You know, if we take that lily analogy, this is like the second bloom. And you're allowed to bloom over and over and over again. And this is one of those periods where you're just opening up to the world and saying, hey, you know, I'd like to make some new connections. I'd like to meet some new people. I'm done with the old energy in my life. And, you know, if that means you finally let go of a certain mindset, if you finally let go of a person, if you finally let go of a toxic situation of any kind, and you find yourself in a place of real knowing and just feeling good, you know, this card has a tendency to come up a lot with you guys. And I think it's because you can very easily embody those qualities when you're feeling good and you're coming into a period of feeling good. So it's okay to be with your thoughts a little bit, and it's okay to be with your work a little bit, and it's okay to be with your partner and kind of shut other stuff out right now. Or if you're single, it's okay to go out there and, you know, do whatever you want because you're coming from a place of not needing any of it. This doesn't necessarily mean that you're stationary for June. It just means that when you do seek anything outside of this refuge, it's not because you need it, it's because you want it, because you want to have fun. Go have fun. Take this understanding and go have fun with it. Page of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So like the other earth signs, there is a breaking away from a fire sign here. And the Wheel of Fortune does turn in your favor once you've kind of stopped playing games with that person, or not even playing games, but just kind of made yourself very clear. And that's great because you can finally move on from that very, you know, circular situation. That's awesome. So the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune implies that things are looking up. Things are going to get better now, incrementally at first, and then, you know, when it rains, it pours. Oh, bottom of the deck. Hey, there you are. And then a bunch of cards fell out. Let me show you what we got going on. Six of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, all right. Eight of Cups, King of Swords, Two of Cups, okay. Seven of Swords, Eight of Wands, and then the Tower. All right, so let's look at it. Give me a second. I'll take all this in. All right, so the Wheel of Fortune gives you the momentum to move on. And yet the cards for Taurus come up here in the same order again. Move on, but, or was it Aquarius? I'm not sure which one it was, but move on how? When you're sticking to something, and then you're kind of getting warped in this energy and something comes out of nowhere, boom. You know, life is supporting you. You have the means to leave. You know, everything is pushing you away from this fire sign, away from this, you know, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And it's like the world is pushing you away from it. And I think it's because you have an opportunity here to reinvent yourself and plant the right kind of seeds, right? It's about acting now. It's about doing now and planting the right kind of mental seeds so you can attain this instead of continuing, right, to do things that are actually harmful and counterproductive. And here's where things get a little tricky, because speed and disaster together right after these two cards, which are pretty oppositional, right? Like, these are two people who really care about each other and get each other and really care about each other's feelings, and this is someone who doesn't care about anybody's feelings. So, you know, once again, the choice will be there. However, this time, depending on what you choose, it feels like the consequences are there no matter what. So how can we turn this Tower into a positive? Well, one way we can look at this is that there can be an abrupt shift away from this sort of duplicitous behavior and towards something much more positive, much more in line with your integrity. Right? But there's cards of deceit here. So you have to be careful. You have to be careful with getting out of something because you're not satisfied. Don't then lie to yourself when you're out of that thing that you weren't satisfied with. Don't lie to yourself and think that that then means that I can be cynical because this just doesn't work out, because there's something waiting for you here, something great, something new, something that you can go out there and through traveling and friendship and hanging out with people, someone that you will meet, someone that you will like, someone that will nurture your self-esteem instead of, you know, taking it away, someone that you won't want to behave this way with. But if you do, then things will quickly move in the wrong direction. And yet, if you adopt this energy and are real rational and analytical about it, things will also move and things will be upended no matter what, because this situation has to end. This feeling has to end. And so this is inevitable, but how do we mitigate it? How do we contain it in a way that makes sense? So here's your good luck, love energy, good love, luck energy, good money, luck energy, good fate, luck energy, good spiritual energy, right? Accomplishment. We know you love accomplishment. Bottom of the deck showing up as your own card. Very positive. And all it requires from you is letting go of some toxic strings, which for the most part I feel like you've done, but this new money push will definitely aid in that. It will help facilitate a bigger breaking away from what seems like just to be an uncomfortable comfortability, right? Like is this someone that you're keeping around because they will allow you to exhibit the worst parts of yourself and be okay with it? Because I think that's part of what you're sick of. I think even though there was so much pushback on the last reading, I think you guys get kind of disgusted by people who let you behave however you want and you don't have respect for them. And I think that's what's happened in this situation, is that you've lost major respect for somebody who lets you kind of be however you wanted. And so now the situation is kind of ruined for everyone involved. But that's cool. You get to move into something which forces you now into a flow of life, which forces you to let go of things, gives you more in return, forces you to leave some emotional baggage behind that you can't rectify. This is not a situation you can fix anyway. Right? And I know Virgos don't always like to hear that, but this is not something you can fix, and it's not something you want to fix. What you want is to move forward clear-headed and intelligent, right? Aware of what's going on. So when you meet this new person, you will check yourself, and you will also be wary and on the lookout for this in that other person, right? Especially if you're connecting with people online and you're doing it through like apps and, you know, because it is about meeting new people. And when you're meeting new people, do you always run the risk of this? Of course you do. And is there a risk? Is there a greater risk to end up here? Of course there is. But bold action and finding out what's really important to you and what you really believe in, what you really invest your time in, finding those things out, it can be disconcerting. It can make you feel like everything's getting, you know, turned upside down. If you always thought that money was the most important thing to you, you might find out this month that it's actually love. If you always thought that stature and, you know, that Virgo conceit that you can have, that just being a Virgo is like best for you and enough for you and whatever, you may find that this month you want to adopt a more air quality. You know, you may have thought that this person at one point was the perfect, nurturing, exciting, you know, on your level person. And now this has become diminishing to you. It's demoralizing, you know, so this wheel is wanting so badly to spin this all away, you know, and propel you into something completely different. It keeps stating, let go, you know. Don't drag this into what's supposed to be a clean new beginning. And if you are a slave to your nature here and you do string this process along, you will inevitably ruin this beautiful time period that the universe is trying to bring you into, where you will be satisfied, because you are not satisfied right now. But this will satisfy you if you can cleanly move forward. Figure out and reprioritize what you believe and where you belong and what's important to you, and connect with people based on that. You know, not based on just some sort of need situation, convenience situation, but this is a heart connection. This is not convenient. This is something that overtakes everything. And sure, can that also make you feel like, oh God, things are moving so fast? Oh no, sure. Just don't fall victim to this. You know, don't let this aspect of your nature get the better of you. Don't be conniving. Right? Don't plot. Let this happen because it will happen the right way. Will it be jarring no matter what? Absolutely. Conquering your fears can be very jarring, you know? Getting what you want can be very jarring. Having Mars in your 11th house can be very jarring. You know, there's a lot of internal work going on here. There's a lot of soul searching here. There's a lot of coming to truths and conclusions about yourself that are very healthy, which even puts you in a place where you can attract this. It's awesome. Right? Will it feel like this? Yes. Yes, it will. Can you determine if this is a good or bad? Yeah. You sure can. What will keep you in the bad? Stay attached here. Ignore the universe and its boons. Stay attached here. Ignore the greater opportunity and the greater even financial opportunity. Ignore your thoughts and stay with your murky, guilt-obligated feelings. Ignore the love you feel, the connection you feel, and instead live from a place of falsity and covering things up so you don't have to tell the truth. Up to you, up to you. Either way, things will move. This can be like a wee, or it can be like a fuck. You know, that's up to you. It's gonna happen. Things are moving fast. Fast, fast, fast. Fast, fast. You know, this is a connection that happens quickly. Whoa, I like you. This is fast. Sudden. Sudden, sudden, sudden. You see? Oh, and this person is going to cling. Really try to cling. Super much. That's a Danish translation. That's translation of Danish. Super much. Excuse me, sorry. It becomes hard to, I like think in like 3 different languages right now. Sudden. You know? Sudden. Hey, here's some money. Suddenly, you meet someone. And this person is going to try to impede your progress. Cling, cling, cling. Keep you from letting the wheel turn. Keep you from getting on the horse and leaving. Keep you mired here in the muck. You know? So you don't get here. And even if you do get here, if you don't get rid of this first, you'll be lying to that person. This could be a job. This could be a relationship. This could be a friendship. This could be a sorry, my camera froze. This could be a relationship that's already over, that is still somehow clinging to you and infecting the present, and will rear its head here because you haven't done your due diligence of wrapping this up and putting it away and kind of squaring away this person's feelings. But if you do that, if you search inside yourself and see where this dynamic happened and what you were doing to cause it as well, then you can get rid of it, move forward on the momentum of this new positive energy that's meant for you, and move. Encounter, hurdle. Jump over the hurdle. Prize. Encounter a hurdle, jump over the hurdle. Think it through, prize. This hurdle is a tough one, though. It's easier to be slightly devious or slightly duplicitous or slightly fictitious when in this situation it gives you a certain modicum of control, which makes you feel good and makes you feel like it won't spiral out of your hands, makes you feel safe. This is not the way to feel safe, Virgo. The way to feel safe is to believe in this connection and not try to control it with what thoughts you give and what thoughts you don't give. You understand? Don't manipulate this new situation. And you will do very, very well. You will get the shock of being in love as opposed to the shock of having everything turn out in misery. And here's your guy right here, being like, don't worry, it's all good. Right? We're doing what we're supposed to. It's our time. And I absolutely believe that, you know? I totally believe it. It's your time. You guys are set up to do really, really well right now. So, take it.